Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at the Coventry Skydome. As Brett Mcginty moves to 4-0. Brett, congratulations on your win tonight. Just an assessment on your performance.
I'm fairly happy, Oscar. It was a pretty good performance. You know, I was in the front foot most of the time, landed some good shots. Probably after 2 rounds, fancied myself to get him out of there. But you know, he did what he had to do to get through the fight. Especially, you know, the last round was a bit of a bore fest because he was spoiling a lot and he was leading with his head and holding in that. But you know, it was a pretty good performance. It's another win on my record, and 4-0, and we move on.
Is he sort of the journeyman you kind of... I know you said the last round was a bit boring and he was just sort of on his bike a little bit and holding. But is he kind of the journeyman you sort of need as well? Because he wasn't negative for the first 3 or 4 rounds. He was actually given a little bit and it gives you things to think about rather than just having someone stand there and be a punchbag.
No, to be fair, like that's what I was saying to Blaine and Ricky after the fight and Brad. Like I was saying, he came to see the first minute, like he kind of caught me by surprise because I was fairly sharp in the warm-up and I went out sharp myself, but he came out and had a go and I landed a couple of good shots and I thought, I'll tell you what, if he can keep this going, you know, this is going to be a pretty decent fight. But you know, he quickly faded and he kind of, you know, I sucked the life out of him a bit. To be honest with you, I think if it had been 6 rounds and I would have got him out of there. Tonight's my last 4-rounder. So I think the 6 will suit me. So we move on to 6 now in December and I'm looking forward to moving up.
Obviously you got your first stoppage last time out and I know you would have wanted to stop him this time. Do you think, even though it's only a 2-round benefit, literally with a fighter like that, it's one of them where you just need a little bit more time? Because it's hard to stop people in 4 rounds, no matter who they are and what sort of level you're at. So is it just them 6-rounders we might start to see the stoppages come a bit more naturally?
I think so, do you know what I mean? I think after that 3rd round he was proper. You know, he was proper feeling it. He said.
He looked. We was all saying he looked fucked. He looked fucked.
I thought the same. I'm not going to lie. You know, after 3 rounds, I'm thinking he's sitting down the stool. He's thinking, I have 1 more. I can hang in there. Whereas if he sits down, he thinks I have 3 more. You know, maybe it's a different frame of mind. I personally think so. You know, at the end of the day, I still have to find the shots. You can't just expect somebody to say, right, I'm done. See you later. You know, it's up to me to find the shots, and I just wasn't quite able to tonight. But as I say, like I think if it was over 6, I would have. And I would have got him out of there.
Can I ask you who you listened to during the fight? Because I know Ricky would say stuff, Brad shouting, Mick shouting, even me and Charlie were shouting. I just want to know who you listen to because everyone's saying different things. I think your amateur coach is shouting as well. I just want to know what you listen to and hear in the ring.
Actually, you listen to your 2 corner men first and foremost, you know, but you can pick out voices every now and again. And Brad actually shouted, I can't remember what round, but in one of the rounds, just to throw a straight 1-2, just basic stuff. And I just threw a 1-2 straight down the pipe. And he took him on the gloves, but it knocked him back big time and he went on the ropes. And I was just thinking to myself then, straight 1-2 and then dropped down to the body because it was lifting his elbows up. But I just picked his voice out just for example. And, you know, he shouted, just blast the 1-2 down the middle and that's what I done. And, you know, it gave me a chance to find the body because he leaned back with his elbows up. But, you know, you listen to your corner man, you know, you can pick their voices out of the crowd and that kind of thing. But as you say, there was a bit of everybody shouting, you don't know who to listen to.
Maybe Brad's coming for Ricky's job. I might try and Brad, can I get you in quickly? Just literally, I'm going to talk to Brad about sort of himself and his career and whatnot later. Here he is, one handsome fucker. Just quickly, I want to just see, because you train with Brett and you're in the gym with Brett and whatnot, I just want to know sort of what you see in the gym and how good you think Brett could be.
Yeah, you know, I think we've only seen a small percentage of how good he could be. And for me, I think when he gets on them longer rounds and the longer distance fights and he's got, you know, an opponent who's really coming to win, I think you'll see the best of him. I just think his style's made for that. It's hard sometimes to look good against them opponents. Like I said, he come for a goal the first 2 rounds. And when he was trying to survive, you know, I think it was hard to look good against. But, you know, we're all going all the way, the Hatton boys, you know, we're taking over. So, you know, the gym's bouncing and, you know, it's good times. Another win to add to the tally.
I've got to say one thing. I said to him, whose voice is he listening to? Because Ricky's shouting, you're shouting, Mick's shouting. And he did say that when you shouted about doing a straight 1-2, he done it. And the geezer flopped to me.
Listen to me. But, you know, not daft me. I like to think I know what I'm on about a little bit. But, you know,
you're half decent, Brad. I'll say how much. Quickly, Brad, I'll speak to you in a bit about your own thing. Brett, well done tonight. Yeah, you move on.
Cheers, Oscar. I move on to December now, so back up to 6-rounders. And as I say, hopefully you see the best of me.
Sweet.
Cheers, man.
One.